of class 12. It's a really good morning to you because CBSE has released its term 1, term 2 divided syllabus. So we will go on to that. Just go to cbseacademics.nic.in. The first academic is have your term 1, term 2, term wise syllabus, or you can check it here in the curriculum, term wise curriculum, term 1 for 2021 and 22. So click on that. Term wise syllabus for secondary and senior secondary is given. Just click on to the senior secondary. Term wise languages is given. Academic electives also given. Just click on to academic electives. So we'll go with what is the new syllabus of your physics. Click on to term wise physics. You can download that. The PDF is loading. So it is given in the beginning itself. Physics theory and practical course will be done in 2 terms. Each term will be assessed individually. Each term will have a separate your laboratory also. So we are starting with class 12. We know that we have totally 14 chapters. First 7 chapters we are divided into term 1. We are going to write that term 1 portion for 35 marks. Electric charges and fields, that is unit 1 electrostatics. Unit 2 current electricity together carries 17 mark. Unit 3 chapter 4 and 5 and chapter 6 and 7, that is unit 3 and 4 together going to consist of 18 marks. So altogether 35 marks. Let's see the syllabus inside. Your electric charges will have the uniformly charged plane sheet. This is also from last year's reduced syllabus only. This year topic is divided. We don't have that electrostatic shielding, all those things. See, energy stored in a capacitor, they have stopped. So just remember, when you are applying for the Gauss theorem in the first lesson, only two, that is infinitely long straight wire and charged infinite plane sheet alone given for this. No spherical shell is included. When you are talking about capacitance with the energy stored in the capacitor, your chapter over. In current electricity, just it is removed with the resistance, color code of carbon resistance, that part is removed. You have Ohm's law, electrical resistance, electrical dependence. Then immediately it starts with internal resistance. So totally that resistor part is removed. Resistors in series, resistors in parallel, carbon resistors, color code removed. And qualitative ideas, meter bridge and potentiometer we have to study. When we go for moving charges and magnetism also, like last year's syllabus, it is worked here. So torque experienced by the current loop in a uniform magnetic field. After that it will be move on to moving coil galvanometer and voltage sensitiveness, current sensitiveness. After that the topics is removed. Magnetism also, many theory part is read, very limited theory part like last year we are going to study. In electromagnetic induction we are going to study Faraday's law, induced EMF, Lenz's law, eddies current, self and mutual inductance. When we come back to alternating current, there is no single topic is removed. The entire lesson you have to study and concentrate. Here it is included AC generator, transformer, LCR circuit and oscillators only for the qualitative treatment. Actually, these is all your theory part. When you come back to your practical part for term 1 itself, you have to do 2 experiments. One from totally they have given some experiment, you have to take it from one. Okay. So you first term you are going to do for 35 marks. First one you have experiments, practical record of activities, experiment and experiments only. This year also no project included for us. So experiment 1 is resistivity of through or 3 wires by plotting a Ohm's law, that is potential difference versus current. Ohm's law using 2 or 3 wires. Then you are going to find the plotting the graph V versus I, and you are going to calculate the resistivity of the particular material. The next one is using a given wire or standard resistor, find the resistance using meter bridge, or you can use series combination, you can verify, or parallel combination you can verify. Among three, any one you can do. And in the third experiment is EMF of two primary cells of the potentiometer and the internal resistance. These question number 2 and question number 3 covers from your current electricity chapter. So in question number 3 also two choices given. It can be EMF or it can be internal resistance. The fourth one will be figure of merit, finding the resistance of galvanometer by half deflection method. Fifth experiment is the known galvanometer, the resistance of the galvanometer is given. You have to convert that into voltmeter or ammeter. Any one we can follow. Then frequency of AC mains. So till now this is called as group A activity. Okay, the complete group A activity is assigned for term 1. You have to take two experiment in this, and they have given some activities assigned for here also. So resistance you have to measure that using multimeter, resistance and impedance of inductor with two or with an inductor with or without iron core, household circuit arrangement, assemble the components of the electrical circuit. 6 activity is given. One of the activity you have to do. When you go to your term 2 theory, it is a complete theory, electromagnetic waves and optics, dual nature of, that is your optics, modern physics is covered here. Dual nature of matter, atoms and nuclei, electronic devices. When we go for the theory, the same like last year, refraction of light, no reflection, refraction, TIR, application, optical fiber, refraction of spherical surfaces lens, thin lens formula, lens maker formula, magnification, combinations of lenses in contact, then refraction through prism. When you talk about optical instrument there, you are going to talk about microscopic and macroscopic telescopes. So like last year only this is also. When you are talking about wave optics, wave front, the Huygens wave principle, plane wave surfaces, and the laws of reflection and refraction we have learned. Dual nature of this is also reduced with the photoelectric effect, Hertz and Lenard's observation only, Einstein's photoelectric equation, and experimental study of photoelectric effect, matter waves and nature of particle, de Broglie's equation. When you come to your atoms and nuclei, alpha particle experiment, Rutherford's model, and when you nucleus, it is only like last year, no alpha, beta, gamma, radioactivity, all are removed. We are going to start this chapter only with the mass energy relationship, mass defect, nuclear fission, and nuclear fusion. Semiconductors, energy bands, semiconductors and insulators with a qualitative study, diodes, IV characteristics in both forward and reverse bias, and special purpose of PN junction diode. In that diodes, we are not going to study this year also Zener diode. We are going to study LED, photodiode and solar cell. The practical for your term 2 is the group B experiments. That is three experiments from your optics. Finding the focal length of convex lens and finding the focal length of convex mirror or concave lens. Third one is angle of minimum deviation for a prism. Then refractive index of a glass slab using traveling microscope. 4 experiments from your optics. 2 experiments from your the rest one. Refractive index of liquid by using convex lens. Sorry, fifth one also from your optics only. Sixth one, IV characteristic curve of a PN junction diode. Only PN junction diode alone included in the semiconductor. And you have to given with a 7 to 8 activities given. You have to practice with this activity. Students, now you all have a very clear idea about your what is your term 1 and term 2 portion. Start to practice that term 1 and term 2 practice. Your term 1 is by the month of November and December. Read your NCRT book very thoroughly to make yourself to comfortable for your MCQ chapter. Keep learning. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you.